How's everybody doing? My name is Lucas, and today I want to talk a bit about dieting, and I want to talk about processed foods specifically. I've been dieting for a while now, a couple of years, that I've really been obsessed with this nutrition thing, and you hear a lot of different information, but I think what everybody can agree on, vegetarians, vegans, carnivore proponents, anyone, is that processed foods should be avoided. Focus on whole foods. And I'll talk a bit about the reasons why. Processed foods usually contain stuff like sugars, emulsifiers, and a whole bunch of other stuff that hasn't been researched too much. You know, if a product contains lots of ingredients, there are bound to be things in there that can cause bad health. And I'll talk specifically about emulsifiers and sugars because that's where I have knowledge on. I have knowledge on those two things. So I'll talk about sugar. I also did this in another video, but today I'm also going to go into emulsifiers. But just to recap, sugars are something that can easily cause you to overeat because your body, your gut recognizes sugar and it will give you a signal to your brain. The gut will give a signal to the brain and it will cause you to want to have more of that sugar. Doesn't matter how full you actually are. We are just built in a way that we crave sugar. And if we get sugar, we want more of that sugar. Gets a dopamine response and you want more and more and more. And emulsifiers are very similar in that eating stuff with emulsifiers in it can cause you to overeat and it will not give you a signal of being full, even though you might have already had enough. But it will get you to keep going because it messes with your hormones. Those hormones give you the signal of being full, and emulsifiers mess with those. So these are just two examples of stuff that are in processed foods in general, but processed foods overall should probably be avoided mostly. Obviously, it's hard to avoid all processed foods, and I don't want you to become like a monk. If you want to stop overeating, start with this one because focusing on whole foods is gonna give you such a better diet and it will give you control over your hormones. It will cause you to know when you're feeling full, to know when you're hungry, and to know when to stop most of all, because I think that's the biggest struggle of people who try to lose weight is to not overeat. Starting with this is going to be very good and very beneficial. So try to focus on vegetables, meats, eggs, dairy, some dairy, and depends on what kind of person you are. But focus on the whole foods, little ingredients that have been, foods that have been around for long periods of time, and not foods that come from factories, excuse my voice, come from factories and are mass produced. So take this information, apply it to your life, become a better person. I hope you can make some good progress in your weight loss journey or whatever journey you are on with your diet. Good luck. Bye-bye.